There we go.
Good evening. I'd like to call the January 14th, 2025 Planning Board meeting to order. I need a motion to appoint Chip Roram as pro tem chair for the meeting.
So moved.
Seconded?
First by Barry McCracken, second by Deb Terrell. Roll call. Deb Terrell?
Here.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's for the motion for Chip. Deb Terrell?
Oh, yes.
Chip, Barry McCracken?
Yes.
Arthur Lax? Susan Lopez?
Yes.
Jose Arturo Barajas?
Yes.
Steve Case?
Yes.
Beverly, oh, she's not here. 1, 2, 3. That passes.
All right, minutes. Are there any corrections to the?
We should do a roll call first.
We'll do a roll call. All right, sorry.
No, you're good. Deb Terrell?
Here.
Chip Roram?
Here.
Barry McCracken?
Here.
Arthur Lax? Susan Lopez?
Here.
Jose Arturo Barajas?
Here.
Steve Case?
Here.
Beverly Hood? And we have a quorum.
Now, roll of the minutes. Does anybody have any changes to the minutes or amendments to the minutes? We have a motion to accept the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Role reversal.
Deb Terrell?
Yes.
Chip Roram?
Yes.
Barry McCracken?
Yes.
Susan Lopez?
Yes.
Jose Arturo Barajas?
Yes.
Steve Case?
Yes.
Communications? Do you have any communications?
A quick update. The Prairie Walk is just still on here. We're working with the, on this development agreement. When it's ready, it'll go to council. Quick Trip's final plat did go for first reading at the council. We are still working with the engineer on some changes before it goes to second reading. I'll just keep you updated on that as it moves forward. And then the map amendments that were on the agenda for December 17th, the one on Oak Street, the one on Chestnut and Chicago and Harrison, and then also the one on Birch and Harrison were all approved at the December 2nd council meeting.
Okay, first case this evening is case number PD 2025-1-1, request for a map amendment to rezone 1550 East Chestnut Street, 150 to 223 North Cottage Avenue, even and out addresses, 235, 251, 259, and 291 North Cottage Avenue from industrial to residential zoning. And the city is the applicant.
Yes. So, before we start, I left a sheet, just a single sheet on your, at your spots. And I noticed today, when I was working on the PowerPoint, that the numbers and the labels were all incorrect on this one that's in the packet. So I made a new one. It matches, so the information was correct on the proposed zoning, but the existing zoning had like a duplicate label on it that had not been updated. So this is correct. It's also what's in the PowerPoint when we go to look at that tonight. So it's just the addressing and the pins on it, so you can reference that one. This city staff was working with the landowner that owns 175 North Cottage on acquiring 173 North Cottage. It was a property owned by the city that the city had gotten through the auction and was being offered through the vacant lot program to that owner. And when we reviewed the property, realized that this area was one of the areas that's been miszoned. The whole block is zoned industrial. And so I also went and reviewed Tesca's plan for rezonings where this occurs, and this is also on that map as well as one of the targeted areas to be rezoned. It's predominantly single family. There are 2 existing addresses that have existing duplexes on them. That's at 175 and also 197 North Cottage. Those 2, when I reviewed it, one has an active rental license, one has recent history of rental housing licensing. They're also both of good size to actually put a duplex on them. They would meet lot sizing. There's also plenty of space in the backyard to put parking if they were to need to bring it into full compliance. So I would recommend those 2 homes be R2, and then the lot that's going to be given to the landowner of 173 North Cottage, I would also recommend for the R2. They are required to consolidate those PINs as part of the vacant lot program, so we would want that zoning to be aligned anyways. And I do think that the lot is large enough that even if it ever got separated in the future, you could still build a duplex on it and it would meet all the codes. So it doesn't bother me. I think it's a good recommendation for the end of that block. The other thing to note on this that I thought was interesting is and I can show this on the slide, is those lots that are in the back that are not part of this rezoning. I think it's important to show why, because initially we had grabbed all of them, but ESU pointed out to us in one of our meetings that all of those, the last 5 lots, have elevation issues with regard to sewer. And all of them except one have been demoed. And that's the reason why, is they all had separate, like, small on-site pump lift station type things that serviced their sewer. And so they've had a lot of issues with them in the past. They're very difficult to get to. And Zach did not think that if the other house ever came down, that it should really be rebuilt again anyways. I think we'd have to look at it on a case-by-case basis if it was going to come back through. So, and the ones that are currently vacant, he did not think that we should be moving forward with that. So that came from ESU's recommendation. I do agree with that, since we're not really able to easily service those lots with sewer. And then as far as public comment, I did have a call from the gentleman at 197 North Cottage. He actually was the first one to mention to me that it currently had a duplex on it. I think he was interested in the zoning case, but then also wanted to make sure that it could be potentially considered for the R2. And then I also got a call today from a lady that lives at 197 North Hunter, which is actually a couple blocks to the west. But she had heard from someone at her church that this was going on and wanted to know what it was about. And she didn't have any concerns and was supportive of it. I think that covers it pretty much. And if you have questions, let me know.
So I have a question. Are there any, is there any interest in lot erasures on these 3 lots that are all R2?
Say that one more time.
To go with a lot erasure, a lot line erasure, to join and combine the lots, or they all want to be their own thing?
Which ones? Which lots?
The three that are considered to be R2, which is 197, 175.
So 197 is his own house.
Okay.
175 is also its own house. 175 owners are going to be acquiring lot 1. The council already approved it, but the deeds have not been processed. They will acquire 173 from the city. Part of that vacant lot program, they will have to consolidate.
Okay.
Yep.
So there will be an erasure.
Right. And we would not want, at this stage, wouldn't want split zoning on the property anyway, so we would want it to be the same zoning. Yep.
Thank you.
So that's why 173 is going to R2. That makes
Correct.
sense.
Yep.
That's-
It'll be the same owner. Right now, it's under the city of Kankakee still, but it will be the owners of 175. They'll own it.
Any other questions from the board? Do we open this to the audience now?
We do, yes.
Okay. Is there anyone who would like to speak to this concern, or this If so, please come forward and state your name. We'll swear you in.
My name is Kathleen James, and I live at 158 North Cottage
Can you come up to the mic?
I wanted to know, my name is Catherine
Catherine,
James.
before we begin and hear your testimony, will you raise your right hand and do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Catherine James, thank you.
Yeah, my name is Catherine James, and I live at 158 North Cottage, and I got the letter the other day, and I was shocked to find out that how that was zoned, because my daughter had bought a house, and everything went smooth until they got ready for the money part, and then they didn't want to give the money part because it was zoned industrial. And I was surprised that my insurance hadn't found out that the whole both sides of the street was on industrial, and my house had to burn down. I wouldn't know nothing about anything, you know. And I've been there for 40-some years. And nobody said nothing. Now I want my zone so that I can sell it, something happened. And since it's already on the paper, can I get something to say that it is not zoned industrial, that it's commercial property now?
Sure, I can follow up with you if you would like me to. Did you leave your phone number on the sign-in sheet? I can follow up with you and make sure you get a copy of it'll be an ordinance once it goes to council. The council makes the final decision on a map amendment, and then once that's done, there'll be a signed ordinance that I could send you to put with your paperwork.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. I'm surprised that none of the other homeowners is here to say what they want done with theirs. Listen, they thought they didn't have to come because they might have read it wrong. I don't know. But anyway,
Maybe it's the
here for
weather.
me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the audience? Okay.
Excuse me.
Then we'll close the public portion of this proceeding, and back to the members of the board. Are you ready to move on this?
I am. Do you want these done separately or all together?
Altogether.
Okay. In case PB 2025-1-1, our request for a map amendment to rezone the listed addresses from industrial to residential zoning, I would like to move that we recommend approval, and I would like to attach the standards used to evaluate map amendments as outlined in our packet.
Is there a second?
Second?
Deb Terrell,
Yes.
Chip Roram,
Yes.
Barry McCracken,
Yes.
Susan Lopez,
Yes.
Jose Arturo Barajas,
Yes.
Steve Case.
Yes.
The rezoning is recommended for approval, and it will go to the first February meeting at council, which I believe is February 3rd? 3rd.
This is a surprisingly short evening. Mm-hmm. Did it in 17 minutes.
A new record.
If there's no further action, we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.
That was short. Car's probably still warm.